Folks, today I'm going to talk about the horns that I think I see in their art. And I promise I won't get distracted except for just a couple of seconds right now. This is for my next video, and I need my table empty to do this. I found this very interesting. I separated from some boxes it was marked, well, horses, birds, squirrel, rabbit. Anyway, I separated those boxes into tool purpose. I separated the stones. And every one of these stones, every single one, was made for one purpose only. And very few of these have even another purpose, another use, like a multi-tool. No, these are all made for one reason only. And I want to explain that reason in my next video. But these are horns that I feel like I can see. Horns, this is a fossilized horn of some sort. I'm thinking bison horn. I'd like to know, though, for sure. This is an image of a bison, and there's a horn. This is it's some sort of animal, but I'm seeing what looks like horns. Get the right focus. Right here. Either they come back and curl around there. It just looks like it. And I see these so much that it's making me think that they're horns. And this is that one that curls down here. And some of this could be pareidolia, but when I'm looking at a face, it don't mean nothing to me unless I can find opposing eyes. Or a lot of times there's a silhouette. But this right here and that right there, under close examination, that's the eyes of this animal's head. And it looks like there's horns here. And that one looks like, I don't know, but I see horns up there. They're just, it's a weird looking critter. And this one has what appears to be horns that come there and come down here and curl around. This is a strange piece. Everything about it tells me that it's not actually a stone. It's a fossilized piece of horn, possibly, or maybe even some sort of antler. And it just has that look that's a little bit different, and the feel of it. I just feel like it's some sort of kind of horn or antler. And seeing that that's the critter on it with the horns, then that might be the horn of, but I don't know. This one has a face right there, and the eyes are right there and there. And then he's got these horns that curl around. This image is sort of a deer image type thing with that type of face, and there's the two eyes. Let me calm down. Get my focus right. Okay, there and there. And it looks like this fella's got horns. It sort of looks like it's a full body something too. Not sure. This looks like something with wide horns, like a moose or an elk. Folks, horns, antlers, they got to be a prized thing, because not just for their tool purpose, but for the folks that are as artistic as these folks were, oh, they'd love to carve on that kind of stuff. And it's sad to realize that even ivory doesn't last 10, 12,000 years if it's not, you know. Where did I see this fella? I tried to have him set up to where the horns are. I don't see it. I lost it, but I think that was one of them. And it just sort of looks like I'm looking into the face of a longhorn steer on this one. There's a lot of pareidolia involved in looking at this art. And let me show you one more. That's this fella. Here's this strange looking mask. I meant to mention that I think some of these are kind of like masks. But here's this fella, and he's got horns that comes up here and curls around on both sides. So that's my thoughts, folks. Folks, occasionally I come across one of those eureka moments, well, for me anyway, and I see a pattern that, anyway, it's a puzzle piece that is starting to fit into the big puzzle of this stone process, the uniface tooth purposes. And I get pretty excited, and it's time to blow my horn, because I think it's, well, I'll show you in a minute, but I gotta blow my horn. Here's my horn. And I'm excited. I won't try to sing, but I gotta blow my horn again. That didn't sound that great. So, let me show you what I'm talking about. All of these stones have one tool purpose. Folks, when I'm examining a stone, I like to see what kind of tool it is right up, right then. And if I can find a tool, then I will start looking for the other things, images, color, and all that. Now, this isn't always true. I've got some that I'm going to put together that have no tool purpose, but the art is so, right there that you can't deny it. I don't have a lot of them, but stones that are just used for pure art. But these all have the same tool purpose. Now, this is a stone. It's a heart stone, a large heart stone. You can see how it has the right angles down here. And the wear on this shows that it's kind of a crushing bang bang, and but not a polishing. And the color shows that this was used to crush up red ochre. It's held like this. It was used for crushing red ochre. That kind of action, as opposed to a polishing. And they started splitting it, and there's still some hard stone on here, but they stopped because that was in it. And I found a lot of stones that has fossils that are incorporated in their art. Now, this stone has a lot of art on it too, but it is a crushing for red ochre. Now, these are all sanding tools. And and also look, they stand up real good too, so you can just reach and grab them like that. But I can see from the bottom of the texture, the smoothness, even the roundness around the edges. These were sanding tools. Each one of them has a polished sanding bottom, and each one of them is just easy to reach down and grab. Let me start over here. Some are a little bitty, but that base shows that it was a polishing tool, like a handheld sander. I mean, a palm sander, I think is the word. This is it has an odd shape, sort of a roundy shape, but on the bottom, the tool use can be seen as some sort of polishing. Smooth, polishing, easy to grab a hold of. Finger goes right there. Polishing. And they're always easy to get a hold of. Even if they're bigger, they're made to just grab a hold of them. And you have that polishing bottom right there, which is normally the cortex part of the tool. You just grab it, and there it is, that same polishing shape. And this one's pretty cool because there is a bird flying right there. There's his eye, wings. Also, this has a person's face, and there's feathers coming here. But it's a polishing tool. Another one that has a horse on the bottom of it. I've shown this before. But you just grab it just like that and go down with it. This one is the one with the owl on it. And it's a heart stone in the cortex. But there's that polishing texture. It's hell for that type of tool. Another one. Another one. This one and this one are kind of cool because they both look like the end of an elephant's foot. But the wear shows that it was, it was a polishing tool. And this one sort of looks like an elephant's foot too. And it is also a polishing tool. Right there. Polishing. And this one is a polishing tool. And this one is a polishing tool. And this one is also the squirrel. Looks like a squirrel to me. And that's what they are. They're all polishing tools. And I didn't see hardly any other tool use. I mean, there's this one. It could have a little scraping action to it. But not really. They're all made to be polishing tools. So there's that. Folks, I'm putting together stones that show the same tool purpose. I'm looking for the patterns of how the stone was split up to make the tools. But another thing I'm looking for is repeated patterns of a particular story or legend or teaching. And this is one of those examples. They have different tool purposes, so I didn't separate them into tools because they have the same pattern of story. For instance, this is a thunderbird with a snake attached to its wing, and many other images. There's a horse, there's another horse, there's a bird right here. But the main theme is the battle between the thunderbird and the snake. And this is the same theme, the same story. A snake and a thunderbird in battle. And while this battle is going on, the thunderbird can't fly with that snake attached to its wing. This is a thunderbird, and this is its wing, and the bird has its head bent back around, and he's got a hold of this snake. It goes through its beak, and the snake is attached to this thunderbird's wing. All three stories but this one, I've shown this before, but I just want to again. This is a dragon, which is the combination of the thunderbird and the snake. This is the thunderbird, shooting lightning out of its eyes. And this is the snake. And when they find these together, they become a winged serpent. They become the dragon.